Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody's having a great weekend, regardless of the weather, regardless of where you are. There's always something that you can get into. If the weather's bad, study. That's what I used to do. And believe me, trading has changed my life, has changed my family's life. It's opened up doors to us that have been closed in the past. And it's really helped me to enjoy the time that I have here on this earth. And I wish the same for all of you guys. And the reason why I work so hard, I put in the time that I put in, is because I want to see as many of you achieve and reach this goal. Because I know it's hard, I know it takes time, I know it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. When you reach the other side, it's 150% worth it. So I wish that success on all of you guys. So we're going to look at what I did this week in my SureTrader account and look at where we are for the month. I do want to remind you we have started Sneak Peek Wednesday back. This is our version of Free Chat Day. You come in, get to know us, get to know what we're about. I stream my SureTrader platform live all day. You get to see me go in and out of trades. You get to see how I manage my trades. I'm not just calling out a trade telling you I'm in. You get to see me actually go in, because it's so easy to call out stuff. I can call out and tell you I'm in 2,000 shares. But the reality is sometimes you can't get in a trade for 2,000 shares. Just because you call it out, it's not reality. So I feel, and it's my personal opinion, that you can't really learn anything that way because it's not realistic. What you need to see is actual orders getting filled and how they get filled and the process they go through to get filled. Because if you don't see that, there's a disconnect when you try to go live and you're trying to get in 2,000 shares and you're only filling 100 or 200 and the price goes and you can't get in. These are things you have to see real time in order to understand it, in order to transfer that information into your live trading. So you get to see that. But the one thing I want to point out is that not every community is for you. You have to find a community that's trading, that has traders in it, that has a moderator in it that's doing what you want to do. That's trading like you want to trade. That's trading the stocks that you want to trade. If you want to trade penny stocks or OTCs, that's not what I do. So my room would be of no value to you. The strategies that I teach, that I trade, probably don't work on penny stocks because they move a little bit differently. They react a little bit differently. Some may say no, they're the same, but I've traded both. When I first started, I started trading penny stocks. So I know they move, differently. There's a different strategy, a different approach to it. And it's not something that fits me or my personality. So you go through different rooms, you try them out, you get to know the person. Now, if the moderators and the leaders of the room don't take time to get to know you, you probably don't need to be there. So, it's a two-way street. So I highly suggest you try out different places, get to know the people, and if it's a place that feels comfortable to you, and you like their trading style, then that's where you need to be. I try to do recap videos during the week to try to get you to understand what I do, how I do it. And, you could use that and come in and join us on Wednesdays and get a good feel for what we do in the Average Joe trading community. Real simple, 3 steps to sign up. Go to my website, averagejoetrader.com. Click on the Sneak Peek Wednesday logo. It's right there on the home page. And it should take you directly to the registration page. So you just register for it and then just make sure you come in on Wednesday. But I would advise you to come in before 8:30. Try to start logging in around 8:15 or so, because if you have trouble getting in after 8:30, I'm not going to be able to help you, because I start my process and I start my the procedure I go through, and I'm not going to stop and try to get people in and all of this stuff. So make sure you try to get in before 8:30. Now, so I want everybody to come out on Wednesdays who's not a member of the community. Come out and join us and take us for a spin. See if you like what you see. And if you do, you are welcome to join us. All right, so now let's look at my week here. All right, so let's look at my week. If it wasn't for Friday, it would probably been a pretty dismal week. Late Thursday, early Friday. Late Thursday into Friday. Ended up with 634.17. But you can see accuracy was a little bit down. I was shorting when I should have been going long. The market clearly is telling me long, 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 and I was short. And then I wasn't shorting the right stocks. So, there were stocks that were shortable that really paid off to the short side, but I wasn't shorting those. So didn't do well for my average, 63.6%. And you can see my win to loss ratio is 0.5%, or almost 1 to 1. I'm sorry, not 0.5%. 1.2 to 1 is my win to loss ratio. And that's not good. Almost 1 to 1 is not what we're looking for. But it was just a bad week for me. I missed 2, week building trades or week making trades. We had 2 this week, and I missed both of them. And the bad part about it, I was in both stocks. I was in and took myself out and didn't get back in like I was supposed to, and just missed on both of them. And it happens. It happens to everybody, and I can only blame myself. There's no other excuse for it. As you can see, this week, had a little downturn, had a little drawdown here, but Thursday and Friday, we were able to recover. And the good thing was, I wasn't looking for anything on Thursday and Friday to help me recover. I wasn't looking. I was just looking to trade the market. I just took advantage of what it presented me. HOG Thursday was the late breaking news play, and CLT on Friday was a late breaking news play, and both of those really paid some dividends. And I had family come in from out of town to see my wife, and they came right when we were making that trade. So we were able to nail that. But I wasn't going to get back in, even though the opportunities presented itself, because there's too much commotion going on. And you don't, when that happens, you don't want to trade. I was happy with what we locked in. We locked in the move that I really wanted. The secondary moves were there, but it wasn't worth the risk. So, had a pretty decent day. The numbers aren't that great, but remember what I told you. And if you saw one of the videos I did this week, I shared with you this chart. $50 a day equals $12,500 a year. $100 a day, $25K a year. $200 a day, $50K a year. And you can see how you gradually increase. There's nothing wrong with 6 months of $50 a day average. There's nothing wrong with another 3 to 6 months of $100 a day average. And then the next year you jump in and you get a $200 a day average. You're not thinking about setting these goals per day. All you're doing is focusing on the skill of trading, nailing the trades. If you nail the trades, the money's going to be here. As you develop your skill and you gradually increase your position size, you're going to gradually get to these numbers. And before you know it, you're going to be between $500 and $1,000 a day on average. And remember, this is an average now. I had a red day and then come back and have a big green day. But by the end of the week, I'm averaging $50 a day or then $100 a day. It just depends. And like this week, I averaged a little over $100 a day. That's okay. For a small account and me only trading small size, $25,000 or $30,000 a year is not bad at all. It's not bad at all. And this is a bad week for me. So if averaging $1,000 a week, that's about $200 a day, $50K a year. But I'm usually in between here. On average with a small account, I'm kind of in between this. So, we're going to get there slowly but surely. We're going to get there. And that's why I'm demonstrating this, to show you this is slow, sustained growth. You're going to have pullbacks. You're going to trade sideways. And what sideways tell us? Sideways tells us that we're building up strength for a good push up. So I don't mind sideways consolidation. Pullback. We can pull back and gain some strength and shoot back up. So, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm pretty happy with the gradual process. And I want to show you all of these little trades add up. These small losses, and some not so small, but we've got more wins. And all of these little wins add up. They may not look good on the stats, but at the end of the month, you got profit. And you're growing your account. And you're getting to the point where you can increase your share size a little bit. Get comfortable trading with larger share size. Slowly, gradually. Develop that skill so that when you fall backwards, you don't have far to fall. Plus, you can fall looking up. Because if you fall and you can look up, you can get up. So, let's see for the month. Not a strong month at all. We're halfway through the month and I'm just below $2,000. A good month for me is $5,000. That's a good month for me. And remember, I went back to $3,000 to start the month with. You know, I had some trading issues. I had to put myself in trading rehab. So I didn't start this month with the 5,000. I started with 3. So, you know, I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball here. My accuracy has been off on shorts. I've been wanting to short everything in sight when it's not, when I shouldn't be shorting. But, you know, it's something that I have to correct. So overall, about 63%, I'm right at least 63% of the time, or I'm profitable 63% of the time. That's a better analogy. My win to loss ratio is about 1.6 to 1. So not just closed up pretty significantly after this week. You know, closed up. But, you know, I can start writing the ship and we can spread that number back out. We look for 2 to 1. 1.6 to 1 is not bad, but I want to see 2 to 1. 2 to 1 translates into more profits. So that's what I'm looking at. So that was my week. But I do want to remind you guys, I am starting a new day trading class in July. We're wrapping up one of the sessions that's going on. I've got 2 running at the same time. I started them staggered. So I'm wrapping up one. We're going to start another one in July. Remember, everything is 100% live. You do get recordings, but the classes are live. I'm there to help you. I'm there to answer questions for you. If you don't understand something, I'm there to give you support during the week. So if you want to Skype real quick, you want to go over a chart, you want to talk about what you're doing, that's what you get. When you get a teacher, that's what you get. That's what teaching is all about. You know, when I was teaching in school, I had office hours where students can come for extra help after class, before class. This is the same thing here. There's no difference. So I am limiting the amount of traders as usual. You know, and that's for me to be able to give you the personal attention that you need, you know, if you need it. This week, this Thursday, we are starting the swing trading class. And again, both of these classes are about me. My trading strategies, what's important to me, what I look for. It's not a whole bunch of generic BS that you can get off the internet. There's a lot of that stuff you can get out there. But what you can't get is what's specific to me, my strategy, and my style. And that's what I share in my classes. And again, the swing trading class, just like the day trading class, is live. You get support after class, before class, throughout the week. That's what this is all about. You know, I'm not about selling videos and just selling them to you and saying email me if you have a question. That's not what it's about. That's not what true education is about. So if you have any questions or comments, email me or you can contact me. This is all my social media. You can follow me. I don't post a whole lot on Twitter during the day. I'm a firm believer in eliminating the noise, but I will start streaming my Sneak Peek Wednesdays. I will start streaming them live. So we'll get back to streaming that live on YouTube. But, you know, as far as Twitter and Facebook, I'll do stuff after the fact. You know, maybe share some stuff. But during the trading day, I'm in the chat room and I'm focused 100% on our trading. That's what's important. So if you want to contact me, ed@averagejoetrader.com. That's the best way to get me. On that email, I monitor 24/7. So that's the easiest way to get me. All right, so you guys have a great weekend, and we will be back at it bright and early Monday morning.